Happy Batman Day 2025. Yes, people, it is time to celebrate the Cape Crusader. And in honor of that, I wanted to highlight three of the best aspects about Batman. So let's get into it. So here we are, Batman Day 2025, on this day to celebrate everything that's endured about the Dark Knight, all of these years, Dark Knight and his entire world, the supporting cast, all of that, for all of these years, these decades. And there's lots of celebrations to be had. Many shops are going to be holding sales, deals online, some special Batman Day variants or specific covers, kind of label branding on a couple issues. So go check those out. Hit up your shops. I know even mycomicshop.com has those books available. But yeah, so what I wanted to do was really just highlight a few points about Batman and his world that have kind of endured. Because again, there's a reason that Batman has become one of the most popular, if not the most popular superhero in the world, and all of these years and all these reasons for that. So I wanted to highlight just a few specific ones. So we're going to start with his supporting cast. So Batman's world has, again, talking about decades of stories and different forms of media, have wrapped up so many characters from within the House of Wayne on through. From we've even seen his parents a couple times, obviously his parents' death being the impetus for him becoming Batman, but we have seen them in some forms of media, including Flashpoint. Go check that out. We have seen them there, and prior to their death, just kind of short, brief parenting moment. But then also House of Wayne and the wider Bat family. We got Alfred and everybody who's ever held the title of Robin or Batgirl. And of course, one of my personal favorites, Batwoman, Kate Kane, near and dear. Extending beyond them, we go into the Gotham City PD, Commissioner Gordon, of course, Harvey Bullock, Renee Montoya, who would come to question. So it's just these long-standing figures and characters who've been tied to Bruce Wayne, Batman, and all the other characters within the world, within Gotham City, and who've just been near and dear, who've been developed over the years into their own strong, like three-dimensional character, multi-dimensional characters who have become popular figures on their own as well. And not to mention the slew of reporters, everybody who's connected to Wayne companies. And then we get into the next part is the Rogues Gallery, which I wanted to keep separate because sometimes it can be included within the supporting cast. But for a character like Batman, some characters out there who just, their Rogues Gallery absolutely stand on its own, and one of the best. I still say second to Spider-Man, but still strong on its own. And obviously everybody's going to talk about the Joker, but I gotta talk about the Riddler, one of my favorite, Penguin, Man Bat, even down to characters like Calendar Man and Kite Man, Condiment King, like some of these smaller characters who just don't have as much. They're not as great, but just still kind of strike a chord, carve out their own niche within them. And then Catwoman, of course, whichever side you want to call her, supporting cast, Rose Gallery, she's still in there and connected with him forever. So many characters, Bane, obviously, and you've seen them in different forms of media, from the comics, cartoons, video games, movies. We've seen them all just Clayface utilized, and kind of transformed to fit, maybe just adjust a little bit, like, oh, we're gonna make these little tweaks for them for this medium, especially when you're talking about the Arkham games and how characters differed a little bit there, or different incarnations within the world of comics, and then the different comics over the years, which we'll talk about in another video, because yes, too many Batman comics. But here it's just about celebration. So yes, Batman Rose Gallery is just vast, with some of these just wild and just interesting characters. Mr. Freeze, Two-Face, of course. Can't forget about just so many. Magpie. Like, who's even thinking about Magpie at any point? But yeah, Batman Rose Gallery, definitely a big point of celebration when we're talking about Batman and Detective Comics over the years. So, and the number one thing that I think should absolutely be highlighted when celebrating Batman is his skill set. Now, this is another point which will be a topic for another video. Yes, he does have a lot of skills when you're talking about martial arts, detective skills, chemistry, botany, biology, psychology, psychiatry. How can he have mastered all of these? It's comics. We're just going to roll with it because it's cool. It's also part of why he's endured for so long. But one of the specific ones I really wanted to hone on was the detective skill part of it, because it also changes the storytelling. Because when you talk about detective skills, as someone who loves kind of cop stories and detective shows, you kind of, it allows a chance for storytelling pacing to slow down because you kind of bring it down, and not so much of the action, which I obviously love, but you can get into some of the finer details and really kind of slow it down. And also uh, details, especially regarding art, when you can kind of hone in on small sections and highlight really small pieces of panels, and like, oh, hey, look at that little detail right there, and allows artists to really showcase some of their storytelling skills. So yeah, again, really about the pacing there, just kind of slow it down and really work through details and Batman solving a case, whether as Bruce Wayne or as Batman. Like, oh, we're going through these fine details and solving the mystery, solving a murder, solving a theft, a heist, whatever. Who doesn't love a good heist in comics? So yes, the skill set, definitely a big point of Batman's lore, Batman's world, that should be highlighted. And again, this was just a small set of things I wanted to highlight just to celebrate Batman, the Dark Knight, the Cape Crusader on this day, Batman Day 2025. So yes, share some of your personal highlights of why you think Batman is endear, why you connect with him, why do you like anything within the world of Batman, all the different titles over the years, the characters, whatever it may be, which different forms of fiction you may have grown up on, which ones have you stuck with, and just who you really connect to, why you like the characters within this world. In the comments below, let's hear about it. Let's celebrate the Batman Day 2025. So yes, that's that. I'm Gino, the Geno Talks Comics. Thanks for watching, and peace out.